Perhaps one of the greatest secrets of mankind, greatest discoveries, is that you become what you think about most of the time, that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. More than 350,000 people have been interviewed over the years and asked, what are you thinking about right now? The top 10% of income earners all answered the same. They think about what they want and how to get it most of the time. And when you begin to think and talk about what you want and how to get it, you begin to move rapidly towards your goals, and your goals start to move toward you. The more you think about what you want and how to get it, the more positive and optimistic you become. You set up a force field of energy that attracts people, resources, and ideas into your life to help you to achieve your goals. And you need to put your goals on paper. You can't hit a target you can't see. You wouldn't even go to the grocery store to buy groceries without a list. Your job is to decide exactly what you want, write it down, make a plan for its accomplishment, and then work on it every single day.
Begin to realize that they can use light frequencies to destroy the leptin melanocortin pathways in the brain to control people. They don't need LSD. They don't need mescaline. They don't need anything else, okay? And the reason why this program gets changed is during its evolution, they find out that people that have heavily melanated skin are the most difficult to control, okay? So there's another DARPA program that you may have heard about. I'm sure Whitney Webb and Mark Godwin have heard about it, but have never linked it to this story. It's called the Targeted Individual Program. In other words, how you control people utilizing remote technology. Well, who's the guy that actually really discovered this whole thing? Alan Fry. Alan Fry's looked at a good guy in my world. Why? He's the first guy that showed that when you zap a brain with any type of electromagnetic radiation, it opens the blood-brain barrier. So you can take bad shit and get it in. What magically happens in the United States at that time? People start making processed food. What also magically happens? Drugs start to come on market, and they have a lot of fillers and preservatives in them. Guess what all those fillers and preservatives and all the fake processed shit was really about? It was about figuring out how to get toxins from your gut into your brain so that you could electromagnetically target them. That is actually what happens between MK Ultra into SRI.
This is the antimatter reactor, and this is where it sits in the middle of the craft. The little orange spot is where the antimatter reactor is. These are the gravity amplifiers, and what happens is they shoot protons into the 115, which bumps it up to 116,
all right.
which shows off antimatter, which is mixed with matter, and through a thermionic generator creates voltage out of heat. And they're able to take it up to the center of the craft and down to the sides and into the gravity amplifiers and focus on a point in space, increase the amplification that pulls that space towards the craft. It wraps around the craft, and then they turn it off, and they're instantly hundreds of thousands of miles away.
This is the truth the Vatican never confirmed, but it began to spread on its own. In 1933, at the San Michele Monastery in northern Italy, a monk named Francesco del Toro discovered a medieval Bible with exactly 777 pages. But the last page was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Written in Latin with golden ink, it read, Reprogrammatio Creationis Incepta, Iteratio, Homo 4.0. Translation, Creation Reprogramming Initiated, Iteration, Human 4.0. That same day, the manuscript vanished from the Abbey's vault. Cameras from the time recorded nothing. No signs of forced entry. The mystery only deepened when years later, identical copies of that page began to appear, printed by powered-off, disconnected printers across different countries. Always on the correct paper, in the same handwriting, and with one added detail, a handwritten future date in the bottom corner. In 2024, during the early hours of July 7th, dozens of universities reported the same phenomenon. The lights flickered for 77 seconds. and all printers simultaneously printed "Installation in progress." Version 4.0.7, no source, no origin, no explanation.